Hello and welcome to Filming in the Outdoors. So as food citizenships projects, we know that you do such amazing work that there's always a good example of something like this on the community allotment that needs to be shared with other people. So these following top tips with how to use your smartphone to film in the outdoors will give you an understanding of how to use different settings, how to use different functions and cost-effective equipment to get across different things like interviews, how to share some of the things that you do within your projects and to really get the message out there to other people. So good luck, here we go.
Tip 1, we're looking at phone storage. I'm using an iPhone, so we'll go into Settings, General, and then scroll down to Phone Storage. And you'll see there in colour bands where your phone storage and how much you hold in each area. And you can then choose whether you want to delete anything that's holding a lot of your storage space.
Here's a really quick tip. When you're filming on your mobile phone, turn on airplane mode. This will turn off your mobile network, your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi, and then you won't get any email alerts or phone calls or any noises or bleeps to interrupt your recording. And then when you finish, just turn off airplane mode and everything will come back on again. And that's it. Shot types and framing shots. There's some conventions in film people use to frame their shots. This first example is a very wide shot or an establishing shot, and it's used to show the subject and their environment. This is a wide shot which puts the person full frame from head to toe. This is a centered mid shot. This is often used by presenters when they're doing a piece to camera or introducing a piece. This is a centered medium close-up shot where the subject's head and shoulders are framed in the shot. This is a medium close-up on a third, which is often used when you're doing interviews and you'll have your interviewer stood next to the camera and the subject is looking at the interviewer. So when you're placing someone on a third, make sure you leave looking room in the direction they're facing. What you should avoid doing is placing the person looking towards the edge of the frame rather than leaving looking room in the direction they're facing. This is a close-up shot which you would use to show more detail on the subject. This one's a cutaway shot which is used to show action elsewhere. You can use these shots to cover over mistakes and to show shots relating to the subject.
And now we're going to give you some tips and tricks for improving your filming outdoors and also show you some of the equipment that can be used for holding the mobile phone to give better images.
Hi, so here I am demonstrating this Joby mic. What you can see is a little bit like a selfie stick because it has the little remote shutter that you can obviously Bluetooth to your phone. It's not just a selfie stick, it's also quite a handy little tripod as well, so you can use that to maybe stand up on a table, go a bit of a distance away and use the clicker to press start and stop on record. Unfortunately, to use the mic, I've obviously had to buy a bit of an attachment because there wasn't the top screw there for the little mount to go in. But as you can see, this helps a little bit with the sound outside on the allotment, as well as inside if, you know, I'm interviewing someone as well. So that's the little Joby sort of selfie stick tripod that you can use for filming.
There's another example of a handheld gorilla stand because it's movable. You could fix it in a tree, and the Wave Joby microphone to make the sound quality smoother. And if you don't have the right connection on your phone, you can have these little interconnectors as well.
Here I'm using a tripod. In this case it's a Store 61. It has flexibility for panning around, moving the camera around from side to side. When doing this, it's really important to make sure the spirit level on the tripod is set with the bubble in the middle so that you're panning around horizontally. This tripod also has the feature for being able to raise or lower the camera. Probably not advisable to use when you're filming, but quite useful to be able to get a different perspective. Also, the handheld frame can be detached from the tripod, and this gives more flexibility. So that means that either with holding it with one hand or two hands, you can pan around more easily or move up and down, and it just gives a bit more dexterity than just holding the mobile phone in your hands. So that's about the extent of this. It's a really useful piece of equipment, and also it has the benefit if you're wanting to do any recording when you're on your own, you can set up the tripod, set it on selfie mode, and then you can record with the tripod staying where it is.
Using a separate microphone rather than using the standard mic that's built into your phone can help to improve your sound. It can help to improve the quality of your audio, reduce wind noise by using a windshield, get closer to the sound source, and reduce handling noise. There are a lot of different microphones available to use, but we'll run through a few of them now.
We're recording this using a lapel mic, which I have here on my pullover. Also, I'm recording it on my mobile phone with a Joby mic. And Sheila's got it recorded on her Apple phone as well, my iPhone. Okay, what we're doing here is doing a side-by-side interview. So we've got the little microphone that I'm holding. Unfortunately, we've only got a rather short cable, so we need to get an extension cable to make it work better. So can you just tell me a bit about the allotment here, Sheila?
I can, and you can turn the microphone towards me so that you can hear my voice, and then when you wish to reply, Richard, you can turn the microphone to yourself.
Thank you very much, Sheila. That's
so
good.
That you can hear your voice.
Okay, that's great. Good.
Okay, so we've got a bit of a setup shot here really for an interview. So I'm interviewing Sheila, and Richard here is holding the gimbal with the mic and the phone recording. So I can have a chat with Sheila. How are you doing, Sheila?
I'm doing very well today.
It's a lovely day
sunny,
today.
Lovely day to be at the allotment.
It is, it is. And so we can conduct an interview like this, where the video is being conducted over my shoulder. Okay. So what I'm doing now is the same setup shot interviewing Sheila here in the allotment, but instead I've got Richard filming me over Sheila's shoulder so that I can ask Sheila the question and it will give a different point of view for the viewer. How are you, Sheila?
Just the same as I was when you asked me last time, really.
And it's still sunny!
And it's still sunny at our allotment. Thank you for asking.
So what I'm doing now is the same setup shot interviewing Sheila here in the allotment, but instead I've got Richard filming me over Sheila's shoulder so that I can ask Sheila the question and it will give a different point of view for the viewer. How are you doing, Sheila?
I'm doing very well today.
It's a lovely day
sunny,
today.
Lovely day to be at the allotment.
It is, it is.
Thank you for asking.
Right, it's a really lovely sunny April day today. We're filming in the allotment and it's glorious having bright sunshine, but it does make some challenges when we're filming. You can see that I've got the sun behind me, so we're filming this with the just showing my face in shade, which is a more effective way of getting the detail of the face. In this situation we're filming with the sun in front of me. You've got good bright light. The disadvantage is that if you're getting an image of the face and particularly wanting close-up of the face, you may need to adjust the exposure. But either option is good, so either getting the light full on or, as we showed before, with filming with the sun behind but the face in shadow. Okay, so we've got another, same day, we've got another lighting situation here. In this situation, the sun is shining on the left-hand side of my face, which is causing something in the way of a shadow. By moving my face a bit, I can sense the different lighting arrangements. But generally, with the shooting for videos, it's better if you can either get the light directly onto the person who's presenting or have the light behind them so that their face is fully in shadow.
So in this shot we're demonstrating how to be aware of where your camera person is, especially on a sunny day, so that the shadow isn't in your camera shot. And here we are showing you that by just adjusting where the camera person is stood out of the sun, you can get a shadow-free picture. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you to Sheila and to Richard for having us here at the Sierra Road Grow Together allotment. It's really important that we do share the message about what we're doing, so many of our good projects across the country. So thank you very much for joining us. I hope you learned a lot. We certainly have. And do go to feedbackglobal.org to check out lots of different campaigns as well as the toolkit for food citizenship.
Top tips for filming on your mobile phone. Free up your phone storage so you don't run out of space. Turn on airplane mode to stop notifications or calls interrupting your filming. Turn on screen grid lines to help frame your shots. Don't be scared to try a variety of shot types. Use tripods or stands to steady movement. Use additional microphones to improve sound and reduce external noise. Position your subject to suit your light source. Shoot interviews from 2 camera angles and use cutaways so you can edit out the mistakes and make your film more interesting.